Welcome to Whispering African Tales, where we journey into the heart of Africa's rich and vibrant history. Today, we bring you the captivating story of Mekatilili wa Menza, a remarkable Giriama woman who rose against colonial oppression with unmatched courage and determination. Born in the lush landscapes of the Kenyan coast, Mekatilili's tale is one of resilience, spirit, and the unbreakable bond between a leader and her people. Join us as we explore the life of this extraordinary warrior and the enduring legacy she left behind. In the heart of Giriama County, nestled among the coconut palms and baobab trees, lived a woman destined for greatness. Mekatilili wa Menza, born in the late 19th century, was no ordinary woman. She was a mother, a healer, and most importantly, a leader. Her people, the Giriama, part of the larger Mijikenda community on the Kenyan coast, revered her for her wisdom and courage. From a young age, Mekatilili exhibited a fierce independence and a deep sense of justice. She was deeply connected to her people and to their traditions, often found participating in the dances and ceremonies that defined Giriama culture. Clad in vibrant, hand-woven kikoi, a multicolored cloth wrapped around her body, she was a striking figure against the lush green landscape. Her adornments included intricately beaded necklaces and bracelets that jingled softly with her every movement, and her hair, braided and adorned with cowrie shells, added to her regal appearance. The Giriama community thrived on the fertile lands, farming and trading with neighboring tribes. The air was often filled with the sweet scent of ripening fruits and the rhythmic sounds of traditional music. Market days were a riot of colors and sounds, with stalls displaying woven baskets, pottery, and vibrant textiles. However, the peace was shattered by the encroaching British colonial forces. The colonizers imposed taxes, seized lands, and forced the men into labor, disrupting the Giriama way of life. This injustice ignited a fire within Mekatilili, and she vowed to protect her people from the oppressive regime. The British colonial administration underestimated the power of Mekatilili's spirit. She began traveling from village to village, rallying the Giriama people to resist the colonial forces. Her voice, both commanding and soothing, inspired hope and courage in the hearts of her listeners. Mekatilili's speeches were accompanied by traditional dances, particularly the Kifudu dance, a ritualistic performance that invoked the spirits of ancestors and warriors. Clad in her traditional shuka, a brightly colored wrap that swirled around her with every movement, and jingling with beaded jewelry, she was the embodiment of Giriama resilience. Her eyes, fierce and determined, reflected the deep connection she felt with her people and their struggle. One of her most powerful speeches took place at the Kaya, the sacred forest shrines of the Mijikenda. The Kaya was a place of profound spiritual significance, with towering trees that whispered ancient secrets and a canopy that filtered sunlight into ethereal beams. Here, surrounded by the dense foliage and the hum of nature, Mekatilili declared war on the British. She invoked the ancestors, calling upon the warriors to defend their land and heritage. The atmosphere was electric with determination and spiritual fervor. The air was thick with the scent of incense and sound of drums echoing through the forests. Mekatilili's words did not fall on deaf ears. The Giriama people, fueled by their leader's unyielding spirit, began to organize resistance. They sabotaged colonial infrastructure, boycotted foreign goods, and resisted forced labor. The British, frustrated by the Defiance, intensified their efforts to suppress the rebellion. Undeterred, Mekatilili continued her campaign. Her charisma and strategic mind turned every village she visited into a fortress of resistance. Villagers would gather around bonfires at night, their faces illuminated by the flickering flames as Mekatilili shared strategies and plans. Her presence was a beacon of hope, her voice a steady guide in the turbulent times. She employed guerrilla tactics, using the dense forests and knowledge of the land to outmaneuver the British forces. The Giriama warriors, armed with traditional weapons like spears and bows, and the indomitable will to protect their homeland, fought valiantly. The forests, dense with underbush and alive with the sounds of nocturnal creatures, provided cover and a strategic advantage. Each ambush was swift and precise, leaving the British forces bewildered and frustrated. The struggle was not without sacrifices. Many were captured or killed, and villages were burned. The smoke from the destruction lingered in the air, a grim reminder of the cost of resistance. Yet, the Giriama spirit, embodied in the resolute figure of Mekatilili, remained unbroken. Her defiance became legendary, and stories of her bravery spread far and wide, inspiring other communities to rise against colonial oppression. Mekatilili's resistance could not go unanswered forever. The British, desperate to quell the uprising, finally captured her on 17 October 1913. They exiled her to a distant prison in Kisii, hoping to break her spirit and dismantle the rebellion. The journey to Kisii was long and arduous, through rough terrains and under harsh conditions, but Mekatilili's resolve did not waver. Even in captivity, her influence remained strong. The stories of her courage traveled back to her people, keeping the flames of resistance alive. In prison, Mekatilili maintained her regal demeanor, her eyes ever bright with the fire of defiance. She shared her stories and strategies with fellow prisoners, turning her cell into a place of learning and inspiration. Her imprisonment only served to strengthen the resolve of those she left behind. The Giriama continued their resistance, their spirits unbroken by the absence of their leader. The British, realizing that Mekatilili's capture had not subdued the rebellion, found themselves facing an increasingly organized and determined foe. After 5 long months, Mekatilili managed to escape. Keeping the moon to the east, she began a treacherously long trek back to her homeland. Miraculously, after 3 months, she made it. Her return was met with jubilation and renewed fervor. Villagers gathered in the marketplace, their colorful attire and joyous song, a stark contrast to the somber days of her absence. She resumed her role as leader, continuing to inspire her people to resist colonial rule. Her resilience became a symbol of hope and defiance, cementing her legacy as a warrior and a leader. Mekatilili wa Menza's legacy is one of unwavering courage and determination. Her actions sparked a wave of resistance that would ultimately contribute to the broader struggle for Kenyan independence. Even after her death in 1924, her spirit lived on in the hearts of the Giriama people and beyond. Today, Mekatilili is celebrated as a national hero in Kenya. Her story is taught in schools, her image graces murals, and her name is spoken with reverence. She is remembered not only for her role in the resistance, but for her embodiment of the strength and resilience of African women. Her story is recounted during cultural festivals, where traditional dances and songs keep her memory alive. The Giriama continue to honor their traditions with dances, songs, and ceremonies that echo the spirits of their ancestors. The Kaya forests remain sacred, a testament to the enduring connection between the Giriama people and their land. The forests, with their ancient trees and sacred groves, are a living monument to the resilience and spirituality of the Mijikenda. Mekatilili's legacy is a reminder of the power of unity and the strength of the human spirit in the face of oppression. Her story, passed down through generations, continues to inspire and empower. She remains a beacon of hope and a symbol of the indomitable will to fight for justice and freedom. Thank you for joining us on this inspiring journey through the life of Mekatilili wa Menza. Don't forget to subscribe to Whispering African Tales for more stories of Africa's rich history and remarkable figures. Until next time, may the whispers of the past guide your future.